Trichiasis, or trichiasis, means the common eyelid abnormality where the eyelid is turned under. I have seen cases where lambs were born with trichiasis. Blepharography means to suture the eyelid. The surgeon performed a blepharography on John's eyelid. Onychocritosis means the medical term what is better known as the ingrown toenail. Onychocritosis can be very painful. Schistoglossia is a congenital fissure or cleft of the tongue. Schistoglossia would make it very hard to speak clearly. Tylorrhea means an excessive production of saliva. The patient showed tylorrhea from mercury poisoning. Erythrocytosis means an increase in the number of circulating red blood cells, especially from a known stimulus. Erythrocytosis is an increase in the number of red blood cells. Dystocia means slow or difficult labor or delivery. My mother had dystocia while in labor with me. Inframammary means it's the feature of a human anatomy in which is the natural boundary of the breast from below, the place where the breast and the chest meet. My sister had to have a spot removed from the inframammary area under her breast. Xanthemia means an excess of keratin in the blood and can cause the skin to turn pale, yellow, or red. My uncle's skin was yellowish. The doctor said it showed signs of xanthemia. Chondrodysplasia is an inherited disease characterized by an abnormal growth at the ends of the bones, particularly the long bones of the arms and legs. Bones of the hands and feet may be similarly affected. I had a classmate who was crippled because of chondrodysplasia. Jejunoileitis is an inflammation of the upper half of the small intestine. This is one form of Crohn's disease. Symptoms can include cramps after meals and the formation of fistas, diarrhea, and abdominal pain that can become intense. My brother-in-law has Crohn's disease in the upper part of his small intestine called jejunoileitis. Keratoscleritis means inflammation of the cornea or sclera of the eye. My sister had keratoscleritis when she got a tiny piece of metal in her eye. Gluconeogenesis means the synthesis of glucose from molecules that are not carbohydrates, such as amino or fatty acids. Gluconeogenesis occurs primarily in the liver and kidneys whenever the supply of carbohydrates are insufficient to meet the body's metabolic demands. Heterogeneous means not of uniform composition, quality, or structure. The cells were heterogeneous, not alike at all. Ankyloglossia means a condition that restricts the tongue's range of motion. Ankyloglossia can be treated with a simple surgical procedure called a phrenotomy. Omphacele is a birth defect in which the infant's intestines or other abdominal organs stick out of the belly button. An omphacele is a type of hernia. Pneumonomycosis is an obsolete term denoting any disease of the lungs caused by the presence of fungi. The king was suffering from pneumonomycosis due to living in a moldy castle. Otorhinolaryngomalacia laryngologist is a specialist in the disorders of the ear, nose, and throat. I had to see an otorhinolaryngologist about my chronic sinusitis. Celiostomatoplasty is a surgical restoration of the lips and mouth. The soldier had to have a celiostomatoplasty after the bombing. Anticholinergic is an agent that is a substance that blocks neurotransmitters in the central and peripheral nervous system. Anticholinergics and antiospasmatics are used to relieve cramps and spasms of the stomach, intestines, and bladder.